Good evening, friends, and a warm welcome to the International Fabtalks. We are happy to connect with you and our celebrities because we gain a lot of knowledge, wisdom, and the right path towards our life. We learn from them. They have been through lots of ups and downs. They have been through several challenges. They have faced them with a lot of resilience. And they have been meeting different kinds of people in their life who have influenced their thoughts and their views. In the same way, today they are going to influence you and me. Join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity and guest. Good evening, friends. As I've earlier mentioned, we are very happy to connect with our celebrities and guests who have a lot of experience and wisdom to share with us. And we are being lucky enough to have the presence of a very special person today with us. A humble person, who's ready to adjust with the situation no matter what. So here with us, we have Mr. Arun Kumar, who's joining us all the way from Chennai. That's really nice to have his presence over here. We'll get to know more about Sir and his profile as to who really Sir is. In a brief moment, I'll just share a little about Sir. Mr. Arun Kumar is a medical rep. Then again, he went on further ahead in his career, became a manager, a business development officer, a training manager, a product manager. At present, Sir is a consultant with Messrs. Proqol Healthcare Private Limited, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for adjusting. We have a technical issue and you're really obliged to continue the session. That speaks volumes about the patience that you have within you. And this is what we all have to learn, the younger generation, the middle-aged and senior citizens, to be well accustomed with all the ups and downs in our life and to face life bravely. So with your permission, I go ahead and share your profile and we begin the session,
please.
sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Dear friends, I'd like to share Sir's profile in depth with all of you to get to know more about him as to who he is and what is his purpose in life and what you and I could learn from him today. Early in 1982 with a small Chennai-based pharma company. He started off as a medical rep, became an officer, manager, a business development officer, etc., and a training manager as well, went on to become a project manager, and his main passion was launching new products in the market and training. He has conducted several abridged training programs and elaborate training programs for multiple levels of field sales. He has also trained several managers, conducted workshops for managerial basics, Belbin programs, etc. He mostly handled subjects involving cardiology, diabetes, women health, respiratory medicine, oncology, gastroenterology, nutritionals, etc. Sir has introduced 5 new molecules in the nutraceutical segment. That is really very nice to know about it. Currently, his innovations constitute major part of sales for his associates, that is Proqol, if I get that right, Messrs. Proqol, starting from naming the company to date. For more than 7 years, Sir has been connected with this. And let's get to know more about his personal life, his professional life, how he faced the challenges, how he could inspire you to face the challenges that you face on a daily basis. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session. You have a wonderful profile. We start off with the session by asking you the very first question. How would you define yourself? Who is the real Mr. Arun Kumar?
Search me. I'm looking for myself. I'm not at fault of who I am. I'm just going with the flow.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. But people would love to know, how would you define and describe yourself, maybe in 1 or 2 sentences, as to who the real Arun is? Is he a very vibrant, friendly person, or a very, person focused on the professional field, or nothing balancing like both?
I don't know really. I don't know how to define myself that way. I'm a fairly friendly person with a very wide circle of friends. At the same time, I'm fairly focused on my field of activity or my field where I'm recognized. Like, I'm very comfortable with being called as a training manager or a product manager because that's what I am basically.
Yes, that's really nice. Thank you so much. Now, many of the people out there, the people who are close to you, the people who are unknown to you, your family and your friends, colleagues, etc. They will be interested to know, why did you choose this field, the medical stream, like to enter as a medical rep and go on with training and all of that with healthcare. What made you come into this zone?
Accident. I didn't choose this field. I just entered it and reveled in it. I liked the job as it progressed and tried to make myself more competent for the job's sake. It's not as if I planned on anything. I accepted those things as they come and tried to do a good job of whatever I am assigned. So that's it. And I think it's something most people who are in this industry would identify with. Take your chances, try to excel in whatever you're doing. Because there is no specific qualification which you can study at or you can gain a degree at and then become successful in this profession. Lot of chance, lot of effort, a lot of mentorship. You need very good mentors at the right time to bring you up on the path. I was lucky that I had excellent mentors all along. I also had some mentors from whom I learned how not to be.
Excellent, sir. Excellent. Thank you for sharing. That's really nice, sir. Thank you so much. And now, many of us would not have had a wonderful childhood. How was your childhood? Were you the lucky one with good people around you, good family, friends around you?
You can say that. You can say that. I was a pampered child. I was having an excellent set of friends. I had a nice circle in which I was involved. So I don't have any daddy issues or whatever you call them.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You're one lucky person, sir. And
I am.
yes, sir. That's great. We'd love all the parents out there to take care of their children in the right way, to give them the best family atmosphere such that when they grow as adults, they are really enjoying their adulthood as well as having beautiful memories to cherish from their childhood. Now, sir, how was your school? Yes,
As
sir.
long as they don't interfere in you much, I think that is good enough.
Very true.
They didn't impose their ideas on me, their thoughts on me, except that the basic upbringing that a Brahmin household as I had. And I wasn't very uncomfortable doing that. I didn't even realize that these are difficult things to do. Like get up, have your bath, pray, go to school, come back, all that stuff. And I don't think at any point of time I was forced to do anything. So I would say that's a very big plus because luckily I got married to some person who did not also force me into changing myself. So I would say I've been lucky.
Oh, nice. That's really nice, sir, to know. That's nice. Now, you have an infectious energy levels in you. Now, from where did you get this? Like, I mean, there's something very, when we speak to you, the other person also feels energized. That is how I relate myself when I connect with you. So from where did you get this positive vibe?
I haven't really thought about it. I'm just being myself.
Okay, that's really nice. I mean, the other person, when they connect with you and they see your energy levels, your enthusiasm, the way you speak, automatically they start even changing their thought process and, feeling more vibrant and energetic when they are around you. You have a wonderful aura. That is my personal opinion. Yes.
Nice to know. Nice to know.
Thank you. That's from my personal opinion. That's yes, sir. Now, sir, what is that one thing that you loved about your job when you started off as a medical rep?
The opportunity to learn, the kind of exposure you have, the kind of people you come across who really make you feel that you have to develop, you have to improve, you have to be more like them. And this prompts a lot of things, Medical rep has a lot of time on the sands in between this work schedules. You can use it wisely by getting to know more about his products, his competitors' products, general milieu in which you are, the knowledge that is required to succeed, and the hard work that's required to succeed. A lot of chancy factors, all these things.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing.
I
Now,
don't
sir,
think I don't think anybody's personality can be developed by one single reason or one single person. It's a collective thing that a lot of circumstances, a lot of people in those circumstances, they help you introspect, react, and in the process become better or whatever.
very true, sir. I mean, you have shared a wonderful fact with us. That's very true. Now, dear sir, have you ever come across any of your bosses or your managers? Now you are teaching, you are training managers, you are into a higher level. Earlier, when you joined as a medical rep, you might have been under a boss or a manager who was training you or you who you had to report to. So did you have anyone who was very harsh towards you or rude towards you and you overcome that phase? How did you overcome that phase if you ever faced a phase like
This
that?
this happened fairly late in my career, but I would not like to elaborate on that. It was the only negative experience I had. But mostly all my bosses have been wonderful figures, father figures, teacher figures, who friend figures who cajoled me, who instructed me, who went with me, who taught me, and motivated me. Like I am really grateful to my bosses, my boss, Mr. Sate, and then I reported to Mr. Narayan, who was my immediate boss. Inspiring people in the sense, Murli Narayan was instrumental in making me get interested to scientific aspect of our products more than anyone else. More than anyone else. I was lucky that I had him as my boss in that phase. He showed me what's necessary in the scientific side of things because that's one weakness most medical reps have, that they don't focus on the clinical scientific side of things. But Murli Narayan was very good at it. He motivated me to do it. He helped me along to do it. He initiated this very strong reading habit in me that with specific focus on medical and allied subjects. I used to read a lot. It's not just this, but Murli Narayan made me focus on my scientific education. I was
Yes,
lucky. I was lucky in that. And
yes,
then the odd boss who was not this type also taught me how not to be. Happened. It's not as I didn't experience that. Again, I had excellent managers. I had excellent people who taught me. I'm really grateful for all those people. My first part from Murli Narayan, there was Mr. J.N. Rao, then Mr. Vijay Joshi. All of these people left a very deep impact on me. The sense that you want to learn, there are enough people and there are enough avenues to learn. And these were people I learned a lot from.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing all of these experiences. Thank you so much. Now, sir, you have introduced 5 new molecules in the nutraceutical segment. What is this all about? Because for us, the layman, it's quite difficult to understand that. If you could elaborate and explain about it, sir.
See, basically, when you talk about nutrition, we talk about carbohydrates, fats, proteins, minerals, things like that, vitamins, etc. Now, what happens when a vitamin, which is normally consumed in a small dose, like say 3 milligrams, 3 milligrams of basics prevents peripheral neuropathy, generally given along with isoniazid used in tuberculosis treatment. But it can be given at higher doses to treat an entirely different condition like premenstrual tension or PMDD, whatever it's called. So now what happens when you give something normally taken in small doses and give very high doses of same product? What does it do? What condition does it treat? That field of study is called nutrition. And this is where most of globally the research has been focused on, because nutraceuticals have a bigger impact on your lifestyle than probably drugs.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you. Now, sir, could you tell us something about Proqol? What is this all about?
Proqol is a company started by two senior professionals in the industry by name Krishna Prasad and Ramesh, with their team of people, including Jagdish. I was lucky enough to be associated with them in my former company called Eris, where I was a training manager. They were divisional heads, like they headed two divisions of Eris Life Sciences, Eris and then of course Adura. And being all Tamil speaking, we struck a natural chord when we lived at Ahmedabad. And I was quite involved in their divisions activities when new products were discussed. So they had some idea about my professional utility. They, when they planned on starting something, Krishna Prasad told me that he's planning on starting his own show and shifting to Chennai. I was also looking forward to shifting to Chennai. Ahmedabad is a nice place, but no place is as nice as your hometown. No, I lived in
Very true.
Hyderabad for 25 years and I enjoyed every moment of it.
Very true. Very true.
So Ahmedabad was another beautiful place, very nice people, but still that basic yearning is there. No, but get back to your roots. That's where these people gave me an opportunity when they started their own thing. Their company was called Proqol. Incidentally, I was involved from day zero, not even day one. We used to sit together, discuss over a drink about what this company is going to mean, and I named the company. It was one of the names shortlisted, and which KP and Ramesh liked. And then we shortlisted the products, named them, and then we came to Chennai. They came about 5-6 months before I did, and they started off. And they were kind enough to accommodate me when I wanted to desperately come back to Chennai. So Proqol is a very young company, very bold company. For all their years in a specific type of marketing, which is customer centric, they were willing to take a chance and experiment with some of the ideas I had. We introduced oral magnesium across a very wide swath of India with certain accompaniments. We are also one of the first people to introduce what is today known as vitamin K2. And we were fairly successful in communicating the idea of the need for these products in a doctor's daily prescription habit, especially because there is so much of hype about calcium. They don't understand that calcium alone is not going to help. And even for calcium to be absorbed properly, you need magnesium and K2. Now, this has multiple implications in various disorders like cardiac, probably sleep related, probably depression and anxiety related, probably bone related. So these are topics which are currently at the top of any physician's mind, this cardiac, diabetic, and bone related issues. So I think we caught this mood of the market at the right time. I would be very thankful to them. They indulged my way of working. They indulged my, style of working, encouraged me to experiment with my ideas and products, followed through very effectively. So I would say it was a synergistic activity of them and I in the product side. Of course, a 70-strong field force which communicated these ideas to the medical profession. They established the network, they established the field force, They trusted in me enough to carry the products I had in mind to the doctors. So I've been lucky, say all through.
Excellent, sir. Thank you very much for sharing all of that. You've shared that so well with a lot of clarity, the main essence behind this beautiful startup. That's really very nice. Now, sir, what is the advice or the suggestion? We'll not take it as advice, we take it as a suggestion for all the youngsters who would want to join in as a medical rep. They would all
Don't,
wanting to know,
don't.
maybe know the reason, please.
See, the profession has changed drastically from the time I was in to what it is now. At least doctors, they might not have invited medical reps for any discussion or any promotion of their products. But at least they didn't shy away from giving us time. Today, sadly, I feel sorry for today's medical rep who has to go in a crowd. The doctor say this day, this time, come and see me, and then give him 2 minutes to discuss his product. I mean, tell me, what can you discuss in 2 minutes? If it's a scientific thing, what can you discuss? Basic issue, the basic difference, what has happened is we were able to give a lot of information to the doctors which was relevant to the practice in our days. I'm talking about 30 odd years ago. Today, doctors can access the same information if they spend enough time in front of a computer with the internet on. So the need for a medical rep to the doctor is very, very, very minimal. So they are seen more as a headache. That's why on the designated day, a doctor gives an appointment. 50, 60 medical reps are there. There is this Damocles sword hanging on the head of the doctor and the medical rep that there might be an emergency anytime and they may have to cut short this interview and go and attend to that. And then he will say, okay, next month, same day. Now, assuming that in 1 month, nothing majorly happens, medicine is that kind of a profession where innovation is every day. Every day something new happens, some new research happens, giving us new information on old product or a new product or a new type of patient who would benefit with an existing product. I would say we are partners in taking care of the health of so many people, but the same amount of respect what one had in my formative years is not there for our profession right now. Sad, but you can't blame the doctors also. 50, 60 companies on a given day promoting the same kind of products, different brand name. Come on. It's also hard on the doctors. Research says that there are 40 brand names which are relevant to one's profession that anybody can remember at all times. Imagine 50, 60 companies with 5 or 6 products which are the same. How is a doctor to remember all this, especially the brand name? I don't blame them. I don't blame our industry people. So many new companies are coming. So many opportunities are being given to so many people. I think it's a question of what company you choose to join.
Yes, sir. You've been brutally honest on that question. You've really given us a very clear picture about the facts that how more than 60 medical reps are, connecting with the doctor, wanting to sell the same product in a different way, maybe. And you don't even blame the doctors as well. And you've said like every minute there is an innovation going on. Yes, that's very nice to be very honest on that. That is a very clear picture and to the youth. If they would like to take up the challenge, they may plunge into it, or else they can take another turn and find another career for themselves.
Looks like
Yes.
not many people do. There is a chronic shortage of medical reps in our industry. We are hard put to find people good enough or trainable people to join our workforce. More often than not, there are vacancies in every company at every rank. In fact, the first greeting we have when I meet somebody from another company is, boss, you have anybody? I have this vacancy. Can you help me find the right guy? So this is one chronically underemployed industry. Underemployed in the sense there are vacancies, there are not enough people to take up the vacancy.
Yes, yes. Now, sir, apart from the medical world, I mean, apart from the professional world, to put it in the right way, apart from your profession, what are the other ways you try to de-stress from the everyday grind of life?
I don't find any stress in my chosen line of activity. Whatever happens, yes, it happens. I am very happy, comfortable doing that. If you are stressed out doing your day-to-day job, get out of it. Anywhere where you're stressed on a day-to-day basis, find the going difficult, get out. Nobody is asking you to be in this profession. You took it up, and if you are not able to feel the heat or face the heat, get out of the kitchen. I don't believe in saying that my job is stressful, my job is difficult, my job is tiring, taxing, and all that, and then continuing that. It's not as if you are dictated to be in this profession. You chose it. You have to live it. You tell me which profession does not have stress or strain nowadays.
Very true, very true. You're very honest on that, sir. Very, very honest.
What else I have to be? You can call me out if I'm being untrue, nah.
Very true.
See,
and I like the honesty that you're putting it all in.
I will not recommend this to my children. In fact, both of them have chosen different professions. My wife is a banker. My elder son is a lawyer. The second one is a designer. I have not influenced any of these people to do what I like to do, what I am doing, so I am doing. They should do what they like to do, and that's how they'll succeed. You cannot impose a profession on somebody for 30 odd years and expect him to like it. Okay, some people get into it of their own volition. Fine, they know that over a period of time, these are the pluses, these are the takeaways, these are the shortcomings, and you learn to adapt. Of course, adaptation is the basic of any profession. Tell me, being a journalist does not have difficulties. Tell me, hosting few people, interviewing people from different professions does not have its own stresses and strains. Every profession has its pluses, minuses. Mine also has. That's it. The sooner I realize it and try to overcome it, the less stressed out I'm going to be.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And I really like the honesty with which you're sharing. And I like the frankness that you have. I think till date, I haven't seen anybody being so frank and genuine when they are sharing certain facts.
My surroundings have adjusted well to me, I would say that.
Oh, that's really nice. That's a beautiful way to express yourself, sir. Now, sir, do you like traveling? Have you been traveling either in a group or solo traveling? What does traveling mean to you?
Yes, I do quite a bit of traveling. Normally, I take my car along with my wife and travel to different places of religious interest. Mostly, my wife and I travel towards the southern
Yes,
part
sir.
of Tamil Nadu to visit temples, and if there are any other places, we go there. When I lived in Hyderabad, I traveled a bit in and around Hyderabad. Again, when I went to Ahmedabad, I went to so many places in and around Ahmedabad. I would say I've traveled domestically quite well. Not that I have any great love for travel or anything. You have to go to a place, you have to travel. That's it. There's no sense in glorifying it or things like that. I've seen quite a bit of the country when I had to travel alone as a training manager or as a product manager.
Yes.
Religious travel and then personal travel. All these things are there. I do travel with friends. I have a friend called Jagdish with whom I've traveled to quite a few places. Of course, most of these places, my wife is with me. She also shortlist places we have to visit, and she balances out that children, when they were with us, they do not obviously like this religious travel. So we have to combine it with some kind of a frequent place. Like we go to southern Karnataka for temple visit. We spend 3-4 days in Goa. Things like that. I would say it's a mixed bag, not very specifically focused on any specific thing. Good, as long as it goes.
Yes, yes, sir. That's really very nice. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, do you have any interest in movies? Like, are you a movie buff as well?
No, I'm not a movie buff. I prefer to spend time browsing through whatever I have to sites I am comfortable with. I go through them, and this is all apart from my reading. This is that my sons read a lot. They recommend some books. Sometimes my interest in historicals is fairly strong. In fact, I met my friend who has collected a serialized version of some of the historicals that were very, 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 very popular. In fact, one of them has been made into a movie by Mangerial recently. So I enjoy myself reading, enjoy myself eating. I like to eat. My tastes have narrowed down to South Indian food dominantly, but I do enjoy different cuisines most of the time.
Yes, sir. So, as you've been spending a lot of time in Hyderabad, 25 years. Now, what is the
Yeah,
best thing about Hyderabad?
people. I come
Yeah.
across lot of friendly, competent people in Hyderabad. By nature, they are most of them are very friendly. I'm proud to call them my friends. Most of my friends are from my own industry and very respectable people for their professional competence. Very nice people to get along with. I maintain relations with them even though I've left Hyderabad quite some time ago. Almost 10-15 years ago, I left Hyderabad. But I retain every one single friend I made during that time, both professional and personal. Nice place to live. See, but for the fact I always had this itch to come back to Madras, I would have had no problems continuing in Hyderabad. In fact, even today when I visit Hyderabad, I'm extremely happy and at home. Hyderabad gives you that feeling that, okay, you're at home, brother.
Yes.
Are you from Hyderabad basically, or
Yes, sir.
you're also
So,
transplant?
no. Yes, yes. I just share that with you. I have my roots in Tamil Nadu. My
Uh-huh.
ancestors belong to Tamil Nadu. I'm married
Ah,
in Hyderabad. I had my
fantastic.
education in Karnataka.
Fantastic.
So it's like
You're an
three
army
food
brat?
states. No, sir. No.
Your background suggests that you traveled quite widely as a family. That's why I asked this question.
Yes. Thanks for asking me. Thank you so much, sir. Now, sir, I'd like to ask you about this question that deals with the youngsters. You
Hmm.
know, they are unable to face the challenges that they face every day in life. They become highly depressed. They become anxious, or they cut off from the social world. I mean, from socializing with others, they become introverts. It could be a heartbreak. It could be a job loss, or it could be like still they are searching for a job. They are not being able to bag a job as well, or maybe the family situation at home, something might have been disturbing them. They're unable to face the realities of life as of what I have seen the children of today, a few of them. So what is your message to all of these children when they face the hardships or the realities of life? How should one deal with it? Than
Ma'am,
drowning in self-pity or being in victim mode, how what is the best thing that they could do?
ma'am, stress and anxiety are part and parcel of everybody's life, not just teens.
Very true, sir.
See, you mean to say you don't have stress or anxiety, or I don't have stress or anxiety? It's part and parcel of life. And as long as you accept this as something which is going to be with you, whether you like it or not, you have not educated your teens properly. They have to understand that there have been fleeting moments of clarity and lack of stress or anxiety. There will be, and there will be stress and anxiety. It's also part of growing up. It's also part of life. So you have to mentally prepare them that, okay, these things happen. Like that four-letter word happens, it happens.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. In a very cool manner, you shared that. That's really wonderful, sir. Now, what are your thoughts on the environment? Like, are you also connected with the environment, saving nature, or use of less plastic, sustainability? What are your thoughts on that?
To an extent, to the level I know, to the level I'm aware of, I would say, environmentally conscious. May not be friendly, conscious. I lament the lack of foliage, very different from my childhood. I was surrounded by houses which had a lot of trees, plants. It's quite rare that we find an avenue with a lot of trees or a block of flats with a lot of plants. Luckily, where I stay, there is some foliage and some greenery. But the biggest enemy to your environment, as far as I can see, is plastic. So I'm conscious about not using too much of plastic and trying to dispose them off in a responsible way. But it happens. You're not always successful.
Yes, very true, sir. Thank you for sharing, sir. Thank you so much. Now, sir, I would like you to share, like, with regard to the professional space, there are many women coming out now and joining. It could be the medical stream. It could be just any stream that they are ready to jump into and take up the advantage or the opportunities. How was it during
started in
your
my time
time?
only. It started in my time only. There was no taboo at that time. There was no taboo at this time. It's a physically taxing job, and your time is not your own in this profession. If there are girls willing to take that up, I know a few very successful people who joined in the field. I'm not talking about office level jobs as product manager or marketing manager. I'm talking about medical reps per se. Morning, they get out of the house. Night, you don't know what time they come back home. This kind of difficulty is common and it is gender free, it's not gender bias. So your people entering this industry is not anything new. And good thing that girls have decided, okay, this is not a bad profession to be in and enter it now. Good for them. Good for them. Because here, nothing is expected except your willingness to work hard. Nothing is expected from you except your diligence and success. And success is definitely gender neutral. Anybody can succeed.
Yes, very true, sir. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Sir, is there anything that angers you? Am I audible?
Yeah, I think we referred to this before. I am pretty angry when our profession or our professions are not given their due respect by people, whether the traders or the doctors. I think it's very sad because especially the traders, they are arrogant because the shelves are full. They forget that unless somebody slogs, the product won't fly off the shelf on their own in this profession. And doctors, they should definitely be more kind because a medical rep is a source of information for anybody around them when they have a problem. Quite a few of my friends and relatives ask me to which doctor they go to or they should go to. And I tell them and they take my advice. Now, doctors should feel happy because not all knowledge is disseminated. It is fairly localized. Today, somebody comes and asks me in my residential area which doctor I should go to for which problem. At least I can give him few hints. I can also tell him which retailer to go to where his product will be available. In spite of the fact all these things happen, doctors, they have all kinds of restrictions about meeting reps. All kinds of, I have seen retailers dismissively talk to a medical rep and nothing angered me more. See, this bugger is less than a matriculate. He's just behind a counter. And because he's behind a counter away from you, he thinks he's like a doctor. And he tells me, don't come, no, come later, come this time, come that time, and does not give information. Come on, yeah, this was also equally working hard. At least you are in an AC room. He's breaking all the weathers and going to meet your doctors and getting your prescriptions. Have some sympathy for him. Help him. At least if you don't help him, at least don't hinder him. That's it. Nothing angers me more than this as far as my profession is concerned.
Yes, yes. It's really very interesting to talk to you because see, you are bringing out all the facts. You know, there's no sugar. You're not sugarcoating anything. You're just giving us the facts or the, you know, the bare truth. You're presenting that, and that's what I like about when you share. That
I
makes it
don't have
more
an axe to
interesting.
grind, ma'am. I am semi-retired. Nobody is going to get hurt by me. I'm not going to get hurt. So why not put the facts down? Whether it's acknowledged, accepted, followed through, not my headache. I'm just
Yes.
being as honest to myself as I can be.
Very true, sir. Sir, now if you were given a chance to relive somebody's life, whose life you'd love to relive? If just it's a project work for you, if we just hand over a time machine in your hand and ask you to click the button that would take you into the past era, just to choose somebody's life, relive it for a certain moment, a certain period of time and return back, whose life you'd love to relive?
Historically or mythologically?
It's your choice, sir.
Historically, I would have loved to be in 1947, 1948, avoided Mohandas killing by Godse, waited for things to happen and the truth come to so many people about what really the Indian independence was all about. I love to be in those times, not a congressman, not a minority guy, and very conscious of the fact that certain things cannot be countered. So I would have loved to live in late 40s, early 50s without these seminal events like Mohandas Gandhi's death. Or I would have tried to prevent them. We unnecessarily made a martyr out of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I get it. And that's really very nice of you
I
for
know
sharing that. Thank you
I
so
know it's a
much.
bit
Now, sir,
controversial.
what are... Mhm.
I know
Very
it's a
true,
bit
very true, very
controversial.
true,
I
sir.
hope you don't edit it out.
Sure, no, never, sir, not at all. I understand because I just admire you for your honesty. I admire you for your honesty and the way you're speaking so openly on the platform. That's really wonderful, sir. Now, sir, your idea of a beautiful day, how do you think a day should be for a person, or maybe for you personally? How do you think a day should be all the 24 hours? How would you explain that in just one word if you could put that for us?
Pleasant, undisturbed. Let me do what I want.
Wonderful. Excellent. I like that answer. Let me do what I want. Peaceful and pleasant. That's really nice. I mean, of course, we do things that doesn't harm others, but yes, we need our peace of mind and to be undisturbed. That's really wonderful, sir. Thank you very much. Now,
Thank
sir,
you.
before we sum up the session for today, I'd like you to just give me one more answer to this question. Apart from being a great professional, a great speaker, very honest with what you share, now I'd like to see your honesty on this. Are you a great cook as well?
Yeah, I am a good cook. I am not a great cook.
very honest on that as
I
well.
I do indulge in cooking sometimes when my wife is delayed from her office. I spend some time with my elder son when he had to be nursed back to health, and I had to cook very sattvic food for him. I like to cook not as a matter of routine. I admire my wife for doing it day in and day out, but it's not for me. I would like to do it once in a day, not every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you very much. Now, sir, before we
You.
sum up the session for today, I'd like to request you to share your time once again with us on the International Fab Talks. Because for today, we have a technical issue. In spite of that, you've been allowing me to conduct the session. That's very kind of you. That's really very humble of you. And towards the last, I'd like you to give a wonderful message for all of us, irrespective of age and country, class, caste, creed. Give us a wonderful message from your side.
Be yourself, be happy.
That's really great. No matter what, be yourself, be happy. And as earlier you mentioned, be ready to take up all the challenges. Nothing is easy in life. You will face challenges.
Correct.
Yes. We thank you very much for being today with us on this platform. Thank you so much. And we look forward to part 2. I really would like to talk to you more and, get a lot of answers. I like the way you put everything open. You did not color your words. You did not coat your words with sugar. You just put everything the way they were in your thought process. I mean, the facts and everything you presented them very honestly. Thank you so much, sir. And we look
Thank
forward
you
to the
for
next
having me.
session.
Thank you for having me. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. My dear friends,
Shall
with
we,
this week, yes, sir, please. Yes, sir.
shall we close?
Yes, sir. I'll just end the session. I'll sum up the session just a second.
Okay.
My dear friends, with this we come to an end to the International Fab Talks for today. Thank you for being with us. In spite of all the ups and downs, the technical snags or the power cuts, whatever it may be, we go ahead and meet different kind of people who are ready to share the space with us, who are humble enough to share the space with us, even if we are facing any difficulty from our end. And my dear friends, this video has a lot of important messages. Please do share it with the right kind of people. It may open their ears, it may open their eyes, and it may open their thought process in the right way.